and this is real life. So welcome chat. This is real life here. Look, as much as I like optimizing in video games, I have to optimize real life. So we have to play real life. Real life is more important than video games.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I have returned, yep. I just had to re-record that, or re-stream that because the thing wasn't proper. Okay, recap like the first 5 minutes that wasn't streamed out. Yep, gotta get rid of this double chin on my face. Gotta cut more. Though the top two abs, I can feel them right here. However, the other two abs, they're gone, alright? It's a bit bulky in the winter. It's okay, I'll cut easily, not even a problem. It's because I've been doing virtual nutrition. I'm making up excuses. Just eat less, alright? Done. Alright, anyways, we're going to do the questions. We kind of re-wrapped the first three questions. It is what it is. We're going to just do the next questions, alright? Okay. Yo, Wong. What's one place in your town, like a park, diner, or random spot, that you'll take a friend to show them what makes your life feel... What? To show them what makes your life feel you. Huh? Come back with a better question. What is that question, bro? What are you? Bringing him to a place to, like, do some nasty stuff? No, sir. Hey, WingWong. I'm freaking out because I'm failing a couple of classes. And I don't know how to turn around without stressing myself to death. What's what's your take on dealing with school when it feels like it's crashing down? Well, user, it just depends on the type of school and class you're in. It really has very, very important context, alright? If you are in primary school, then how can you be stressed to death, alright? You should be fine. You're in primary school. If you're in high school, it depends on what year you are. And also, if you're in university, well, you know, why, Honestly, the real answer to that question, if you're failing in some classes and your classes are genuinely important to you, like if you actually take them seriously and you think that they will improve your life if you pass them, then just try harder, work harder. That's all I can say to you. It just depends on how you see those classes, if they benefit you or not. Because it just depends on the priority, of course. If those classes mean a lot to you, if you believe in your soul that those classes will help you out in the future, then go for it. But if you don't think that those classes will help you in the future, then who cares, you know? Next question. Sup, Wong? If you could give your younger self one tip about handling awkward situations, like feeling out of place at a party, what would it be? Why does it matter to you? Alright, well, user. When it comes to awkward situations, there's nothing I would tell my younger self, because I already went into the long topic that I would never actually talk to my younger self at all, because then if I do, then whatever happens to me now wouldn't happen. And what do you mean by feeling out of place at a party? What party are you at? I need more context, bro. Next question. Yo, WingWong. My parents are pressuring me to pick a safe career, but I'm drawn to something riskier that I'm more passionate about. How would you weigh passion versus stability if you were me? And what influenced your view on this? Okay, user. First of all, you need to tell me what this career is. Okay, I don't care if you're passionate about it or not. Okay, I honestly don't care if you are passionate or not. Okay, what matters is what is it? What is the career you want to do? What is risky about it? And also, don't chase passion when you do job. Honestly, you're just chasing money. Okay, because if I said I would pay you $100 to dig a hole, you would pick digging a hole over passion any day of the week. So you don't actually give a damn about passion. You know what I mean? Like, sure, yeah, you're passionate about that job. To a degree, yes, passion is slightly important. But if I went up to you and said, I will give you 3 times your wages if you dig this hole, you'll be like, oh yeah, I'll dig the hole. Because you care about the money, not the actual job or Next question. Hey Wong, what's one random act of kindness you've done or seen that stuck with you? How do you think small gestures like that ripple the world? Random acts of kindness. Alright, I'll tell you some good things. Pretty much when you're in busy traffic in New Zealand, the best thing you can do is if you're in busy traffic and you see someone trying to pull out, just let him go. Be like, yo, you can go. And guess what? You actually get karmically retributed for that. Because when you're in the same situation, you're trying to pull out into a busy traffic jam road, someone's going to be like, yo, and they'll give way to you. So it's like, if you give way to someone yesterday, and then a couple of days later, you're in that guy's situation, someone's going to give way to you. So it's like, do that, you know? So you can like think of it mentally as you stacking up points. So every time you let someone into the heavy traffic, like you give them your spot, or like you give way to them, right? Then when you're in that situation next time, you get extra points, and you'll have a higher chance of getting through. So like, if you never do that, if you never give way to people, right? When you're in that same situation, you're highly less likely to get given way compared to if you always give way to someone during busy traffic. When you're in that situation, you're higher chance to be given way yourself. So just be karmically retributed. Next question. WingWong, I just moved into a new city. I feel kinda lost. Like, I don't know anyone, it's hard to make connections. What's one thing you suggest to start feeling at home or meeting people based on how you roll? Okay, user, you moved into a new city. Why do you have to find the need to connect with new people? Who's out in the city that you want to connect to? What? Are you going to like random strangers and trying to connect with them or something? What? There's a thing called social media and Instagram. Why do you need to like meet people within that city that you just moved into? Everyone's just in their apartments, or anyone worth meeting won't even be on the streets to talk to you. Anyone worth meeting to wouldn't even talk to you on the streets randomly because you just look like a dip chip. Was that all the questions today? AI, you need to bring some more questions, man. I rolled through them fast. Let's make 10 more. 10 more. Go. Huh? What's wrong with this stupid AI, bro? The AI broke. Wait, the AI broke. What? The AI broke. Chat, the AI broke. Yo, my face heating up. It's red. By the way, like I think when I weighed myself, it was like 66 kg. So, like I said, I'm gonna cut heavily again. Yeah, so I did notice that I had been overeating. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, it is what it is because I know the future Brian's easily got it handled. Also, one thing I noticed is that talking of these headphones is a lot different because when it comes to the pulse elites, the mic I can slightly hear myself. So yeah, and also I'm like heating up. Oh, I think I know that was the problem. I have no coffee in my system. Yeah, I haven't got any coffee in myself. That's why. But anyways, after 30 minutes, we're gonna go straight into dead rails. I need to beat the game again. Not gonna lie. Oh, so bad. Okay, I actually think I need to make coffee. Not gonna lie. Let's just do these questions, and then we're gonna quickly AFK a bit, so I can make them coffee, and then we're gonna go straight into dead rails. Sound like a plan, my friends? Sounds like a plan to me. And then we might do some Far Cry. Oh, yeah, that is literally I didn't make any coffee because I was busy making that YouTube video and stuff. Oh man, AI made some big questions. What? Wow. Wow, these questions are huge, AI. We're gonna be a while doing these, not gonna lie. That's fine though. Wow, the message is literally too long. That's how insane AI is. The message too long, bro. What? What? That's huge questions. All right. Doesn't matter. Look, it's long, but it is what it is. And I am using a bleeding mic this time, so we can get some better things. Okay, straight to the questions. I don't really care about. Yo, why do you have that like there? I guess I didn't paste it properly. I'll just delete that. I mean, if anyone sees it on YouTube, it is what it is. I don't really care. Okay, first question. Hey Wong, I've been trying to stick to a morning routine coffee, working out, journaling, but I keep hitting snooze and derailing my day. You seem like someone who's got their schedule locked in. Any tips for building discipline to actually follow through a routine, especially when motivation's low? First of all, motivation is not real, okay? Cut that out. There's no such thing as motivation. It's about discipline. You gotta learn that. Bonus points. How do you avoid feeling like a robot doing the same thing every day? Hmm. You actually want to feel like a robot when you do everything every day. What do you mean by how do you avoid feeling like a robot? How do you even know what a robot feels like? Are you stupid? Next question. GM Wong, I'm in my mid 20s and feel stuck choosing between a high paying job that's soul crushing or a low paying one that I actually enjoy. You're probably faced through tough career calls. How did you weigh money versus happiness when you were starting out? Any regrets or lessons you'd share? Okay. Well, user, if you're stuck between choosing a high-paying job and that's so soul crushing, and a low-paying job that you actually enjoy, just choose the high-paying job. What? Just choose the high-paying job, lock in, get your cash, and then do what you do with the money you have afterwards. What? What you on about, bro? Next question. Hey Wong, yo Wong. I noticed you always seem calm under pressure, like nothing rattles you. I get super anxious over small stuff like missing a deadline or forgetting somebody's name. What's your go-to mental trick for staying chill when life throws you curveballs? Is it something you trained over time or is it just how you're wired? Well then, you actually stay relatively calm under pressure when you just honestly in truth. Main reason why people get nervous or anxious is because they're lying or they're being deceivious. You know? So like, sure, you're missing a deadline or forgetting somebody's name. The reason you're feeling anxious over that is because perhaps you lied, perhaps it shows that you're incompetent, or you're just stupid. And when it comes to forgetting somebody's name, the reason you feel super anxious is because you're trying to hide the fact that you forgot the person's name. When if it's, for example, if I'm in that situation, I forget somebody's name, I'll just tell them straight up, "Yo, what's your name? I forgot." And I'm like calm under pressure because I'm not nervous or lying or trying to be deceivious. So I forgot your name. What's your name? And if they take offense to that, fine. It's like, who are you? Who am I? And when it comes to missing deadlines, just don't miss deadlines. Just get the work done. How do you miss a deadline? And if you do miss a deadline, there must be a low priority because if it's a high priority, you wouldn't even be close to the deadline to begin with. You know? What's my one mental trick to stay chill when life throws curveballs? Stoic. Be stoic. Take everything accountable. Everything is your fault. Everything that happens is your fault. Literally, everything that happens is your fault. You have to take self accountability. Is it something you train? Yes. It is something you train. Or you're wired with it. Just depends. But you can easily train yourself to be stoic and disciplined. Not hard. Next question. Wong, my man. I'm terrible at saying no to people. Friends asking for favors, family dumping their drama, even coworkers piling on tasks. It's draining and I end up resenting it. How do you set boundaries without feeling like a jerk? You have to be a jerk. Look, the reason you don't want to say no is because you're a loser. If you're a G and you stand on business, you just say no. The only reason the reason you're bad at saying no is because you're a loser, probably, or you're dumb, like you're just a loser. Ask for favors? No. Family dumping drama? I don't give a damn. Co-workers piling on task? Go away, leave me alone. Just do that. Just be a G. Stand on business. You're like, you just, yeah. No. Done. You're just a loser if you can't say no. Just say no. And who cares if you're a jerk? Just be a jerk then. Be arrogant. Be a G. You know? Got any mindsets that make it easier? Just be a G. Be arrogant. Be narcissistic. That's how you win. That's how you say no to people. Because you're better than them. Someone lower than me trying to ask me stuff? What? No? Next question. Good morning, Wong. Good morning to you, sir. I've been trying to eat healthier, but I keep falling back into junk food habits, especially late at night. It looks like you've got your nutritional dialed in. What's your approach to sticking to good eating habits without feeling deprived? Any no such thing as snacks, or hacks to curb carving? Well, when you're about to starve, you pretty much just say, "This is the life you chose. This is the life you chose." Look, I get it. It's habit. You're hungry. I get it. You're hungry. Stomach rumbling, but like after 24 hours, you're good. It's the life you chose, or is it? Do you want to stay with that body you have? Do you want to stay with that mindset you have? That's the life you chose. You want to swap paths? You want to change a different life? Then change a different life. Then I don't care. It's up to you. You make the decisions. Hey Wong, I'm moving to a new city soon. I don't know anyone there. Last time I moved, I felt struggle to make real friends. It felt lonely for months. You seem like anyone who can vibe with anyone. What's your strategy for building a social circle from scratch? Any red flags to avoid new friendships? Yeah. Don't go to a new city and try and make real friends. What? What are you trying to do? That doesn't even make any sense. Just stay in your room and get the work done. Why'd you move cities? What do you mean by new friends? Like boys to hang around with? Any red flags to avoid? Yeah, I would avoid you. You are a red flag, sir. People that move to new cities and like go out in public to deliberately look for friends is a red flag in my books. Like, bro, why are you so down bad to look for people? People should be coming to you, not you looking for them. Are you the B side or A side? What do you want to be? Wong, help! I'm always procrastinating on big projects, like studying for certification or fixing up my apartment. I know what I need to do, but I just scroll on my phone instead. How do you tackle big tasks without getting overwhelmed? Do you have a system or just raw willpower? Just do it. Is it done or not? Just do what you're gonna do, and is it done? Is it done? If it's done, then do something else. If it's not done, then what else are you doing that's so important? What? Just put the phone down, bro. Your mind controls your hand. Just put down the phone. Stop scrolling. And if you can't do that, then you deserve to be a loser. You just deserve it. You deserve it. You just deserve it, man. If you can't put the phone down, then it is what it is. No one's there to help you. It's up to you to make the decision. No one's there to help you. No one's gonna. I'm not gonna walk in there and tell you to put the phone down. I'm not gonna go in there and grab the phone off you. I'm gonna look at you and be like, "Hey, don't go on that phone." And if you don't listen, then just that's what you chose. GM Wong, I've got this weird habit of overthinking conversations after they happen. I like replaying what I said and cringing. It's exhausting and makes me sick and guess myself. Ever dealt with this? How do you train your brain to let go of pointless mental loops and just move on? Actions over words? You just do something. Moving on. Yo, Wong. I'm trying to save money, but every month something pops up. Car repair, a friend's birthday, impulse buys online. You seem like you got your finances under control. What's one budgeting trick or mindset that helped you actually build savings without feeling like you're missing out? Huh? Just understand the principles between want and need. Is it a want or is it a need? And if it's a need, how badly do you need that need? If it's a want, then ignore it. Big difference, want and need. Just like how you guys want to do something, but do you need to do it? Do you need to? Is it a need? Need or want? That's a very big choice. Next question. Wong. Big question. My family keeps pressuring me to settle down, get married, buy a house, all that. I'm 28. Whoa, that's pretty old, bro. I'm 28 years old and want to focus on my career while I travel while I'm young. You ain't young, bro. 28 is not young. How do you handle family expectations when they clash with your own goal? Any advice for staying true to yourself without burning the bridges? Well, use it. I would say that since I'm not sure if you're female or male, of course, I'm assuming that you are a male because your family wants you to buy the house, and obviously, if you're a female, why would you buy the house? So you're a male that you're a male, 28 years old, and your family expects you to get married, buy a house. Hmm. First of all, let's make that clear. 28 years old, you are not young. You're old. You're reaching 30, buddy. You are old. My dude, look. 28 years old. No way. Buddy, you're gonna be 46 years old by the time your son reaches 18. Alright, you're old. You're like, even for me, I'll be like reaching 40 by the time my son reaches 18 years old. So, what do you do when your family's pressuring you to settle down and get married? Okay, first of all, don't get married. Second, don't get a house. Focus on your career. What's your career? And when it comes to traveling, don't travel unless you need to go somewhere. Like, what are you doing there? Just take a photo. Unless you're like adding value to that travel plan, then there's no point in traveling unless you're actually doing something interesting. How do you family expectations when they clash with your own goals? Put yourself above them. Just put yourself above them, bro. Any advice for staying true to yourself? Just stay true to yourself. Burn the bridges. Who the hell? You're 28 years old, bro. What else does your family have against you? By the time you're 18 years old, male, you're done with the family. You're literally solo. So why do you care about being 28 years old and worried about burning your bridges down? Bro, your parents are probably like 60 something, right? What they gonna do? What are they gonna do? There's like 60 something. You're 28 years old, bro. What? What do you mean I'm burning their bridges? You're 28. Hey, those were good. Let's do 5 more. No need for coffee. Actually, maybe some coffee. We'll do 5 more though. 5 more. It's nearly been 30 minutes. So, yeah. 5 more. Okay. We'll do 5 more. Okay. Next question. Hey Wong, I'm trying to cut down on screen time because I'm glued to my phone way too much, especially before bed. It's messing with my sleep and focus. You seem like you got a handle while staying productive. Any tricks to breaking the phone addiction without feeling totally disconnected? Maybe a routine, or an app you swear by? Depends on what you're doing on your phone. If you're just aimlessly scrolling, just put the phone down. There's not really any kind of tricks besides just making sure your mind's strong and steady. So you just put the phone down. And if you stay on it, then you stay on it. Next question. GM Wong, I get super awkward in group conversations. Like I either talk too much or clam up completely. You strike me as someone who's confident in any room. How do you find that balance to come across as natural and not to overthink what you're saying? Any mental hacks for owning a convo? Just be yourself, bro. Honestly, there's no such thing as talking too much. There's no such thing as clamping. It just depends on the group conversation. What is the conversation about? Are you leading it? How important is the conversation? You know, you still need context between that kind of conversation, because if you're talking smack, then who cares? If you're talking business, then that's important. If you're like it just depends what you're talking about, bro. Because what group conversations? Who's in the group? You know? Yeah. Okay. Next question. Yo, Wong. I've been meaning to pick up a new hobby, like cooking or playing an instrument. But I always quit after a week because it feels overwhelming or I suck at it. How do you stick with these skills when you're a beginner? What's the mindset you push through the I'm terrible at this phase? Well, oh, hold on. I didn't have the dashboard open. My bad. Well, use it. Pretty much. Well, first, cooking as a hobby is dumb unless you're recording it for social media content. And instruments is also dumb unless you're doing it for social media instruments. Okay. Next up is, what's your mindset to push through the I'm terrible phase at this? You just continue hard work. Hard work beats talent. When talent, yeah, hard work beats talent. So Yeah, you're terrible at it, but how hard are you working? How hard are you working? Because if you work hard enough, you get through it anyways. And if you know you're gonna make it, like future Brian, future Wong has got it under control, so he knows what he's doing. You know? So future me knows that I'll be like good to go, so just continue going with it. If you know that you're gonna succeed in the future, then you're like unstoppable. So just believe in your future self. Wong, my dude, my apartment's a mess. Every time I clean it, it's chaotic. Again in like 2 days. It seems like you've got your life organized. What's your system for keeping space tidy without it feeling like a full-time job? Any small habits that make a big difference? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Pretty much just declutter. I mean, when you see lots of the numbers move up and down every day, you're gonna understand that is that just don't hoard, okay? That's pretty simple. If your thing's messy, just don't hoard things. So every item you have in your room should have its purpose. Like an actual purpose, not just visual. It has to have like a physical, actual contribution to your life. So try not to hoard things. And another tip is if it's something you haven't used in a really long time, but you think you're going to use in the future, how much did that product cost you? Can you rebuy it again? You know? So, example is water bottle, yeah? This is a water bottle. It's like $1. Okay? It's a dollar. The camera's here. I should stop looking at myself. But $1 water bottle, sure, you drank all the water and you just keep the empty water bottle, right? How much does it cost? Can you just dump it and buy a new one later on? It's $1. So just that's a hoarding thing. Why would you hoard it if you could just buy a new one anyways? So just dump it until you need it again, you know? Alright, next question. Good morning, Wong. I've had a habit of comparing myself to others, friends, co-workers, even random people online. It makes me feel like I'm falling behind in life. How did you stay focused on your own path and not get stuck into the comparison trap? Got any men traps or reality checks that help? Okay. Interesting question. Very good question, I would say. So you're stuck in a habit of comparing yourself with others online. I don't think I've ever felt in that phase. You kind of just, if you know what you're going to do in your own path, then just follow your own path and just accept that everyone has different paths in their lives. And what are you actively doing to stop that jealousy? Because what you're feeling is jealousy. You're jealous that that person there is stronger than you, or better looking than you, or richer than you. What are you actively doing that solves that problem? For example, you said that you have bad habits of comparing yourself to coworkers. What? Comparing are your coworkers better than you? Okay, I just stick random people online. So you feel like you're falling behind in life. Well, I'm gonna assume that you're in bad shape then, obviously. If you're complaining about think you're falling behind, obviously you must be in pretty bad shape if you're instantly already when you compare yourself with others feel bad, you know? If you're in like good shape, if you're in good shape, strong, you train every day, you know what you're doing, right? When you look at the average person, you shouldn't even or like the people you see, like your friends and family, you should one be above all your friends, be above all your family. You should be like the stronger. You should be leading by example. So why would you? You got to be the A side for that. And when it comes to online people, well, yeah, you just have to be in good shape. Honestly, if you're in good shape, you kind of just bypass all that because example is, you know, I can go online right now and look at some millionaire crypto dork who's like a loser and he doesn't work out. Like you go on YouTube, you can find him probably. I look at him and I go like, okay, cool. He's got like a whole bunch of crypto cash, but is his life when I compare it with mine and his? I'm in better shape. I know what I'm doing. He does his thing. Yeah, you don't just get out. I don't even know how to answer that question anymore because it's just like Just focus on yourself. Go train. Go get money. No, not really get money. Money's kind of getting money is a bit of an interesting thing to say. It's more like you take money or invest, whatever it is. All right, so think that's it. I'm kind of like where's my placeholder? I'm placing that placeholder. Yeah, I need to get better at answering questions. It's good practice though, good practice, but definitely can answer them a whole lot better. And like I said, with the Sennheiser headphones, it definitely sounds a bit more off when I talk. And also, yeah, I definitely need coffee right now. Yeah, because yeah, definitely need coffee. So get coffee. What else? Coffee, and we're gonna go straight to Dead Rails 2, yeah? Or matter of fact, we can continue to 1 hour just chatting until I set up some better monitor. I was thinking about setting up my old monitor for just video games, which means I have to like attach a monitor arm probably like here or here, and then bring it here, something like that. All right, good Q&A.